welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Wayne Moore, aka Mortanius. We are back with some more Metal Gear Solid 5 Phantom Pain. When we last left off, we had managed to save ourselves from that problem with those skulled individuals. I wonder what they could be called. Managed to get back to Mother Base and finally save our crew from this ethnic cleanser parasite. Of course, we ended up having to go sterile in the process. And after that, we finally managed to get some useful information out of Emmerich. OKB 0, which is where we'll be heading now, to rendezvous with Skullface, an old buddy. You folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of my other playlists. Check my Twitch for my links up to YouTube, and check my YouTube for my links back to Twitch. Wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night, and get comfortable. Let us get into this. Alright. Let's see now. Play this while we're setting up some things.
We've inoculated the staff with Walbachia to keep them from becoming symptomatic.
That should also contain the infection.
How did this happen in the first place? It has to have been a Cypher spy within our ranks.
If this is so, then why the Kakongo strain? If their intent was to wipe you out.
Skullface said the remaining English parasite was close to the boss. If this latest strain was his doing, he wouldn't have tipped his hand.
It is possible someone brought eggs onto the base without knowing. Stuck to their shoes, clothing.
Well, that makes the most sense to me. And where did the eggs come from?
You mentioned that your boss visited Nzoya Badiopulu.
Sure, but his gear's disinfected immediately upon return.
Then he was not the carrier.
And not just the boss. All staff dispatched to high-risk regions were quarantined on the flight back. When the symptoms first appeared, we checked and disinfected all equipment used up to that point. Any and all prisoners, soldiers, materials, and animals extracted during missions were also quarantined. So, that just leaves...
I have seen children around here. Where are they from?
All over. Some were being held hostage at a mine. Then there were the troublemakers at Bwala Yamasa.
Bwala Yamasa?
Yeah.
Their clothes, their things. Did you burn them?
They're just kids. We couldn't. And besides, not one of them's shown symptoms.
The parasites don't infect prepubescent hosts. Their vocal cords are not fully developed.
Well, if infection doesn't occur in children...
It is possible they carried eggs on their clothes, and the infection spread from them.
Check the kid's stuff.
I doubt there is any trace left by now.
But if there is, some of those kids must be close to hitting puberty. How could we have missed this? The name Bwala Yamasa got quite a reaction from you. I'm guessing the Kakongo strain was released in that village.
Cypher used that region to experiment with vocal cord parasite transmission. The Kakongo strain. The settlements around the refinery upstream of Bwala Yamasa were the proving grounds. They would infect one villager, then record transmission speed. Dangerous work. If they failed to contain the infection, it would slip into the surrounding regions.
At which point the world found out about the parasites, making them useless as a weapon. Incredible they'd risk such a thing.
The test site was densely populated too. A terrible place for such experiments. No doubt, they thought burning everything would wipe away all traces. The settlements were covered in oil anyway. Who would wonder if one day they caught fire? And so it did. They burned it all, living and dead.
Those remains.
But they miscalculated. Transmission speed was far faster than anticipated. It may have been the temperature, or hygiene standards, or perhaps the parasites reacted quickly to Kikongo. Whatever the reason, nearly all villages were swiftly infected, and the settlements reduced to mounds of corpses. Making matters worse, the dry season was ending. When it came time to burn the village, the Moneni River had swelled. Many of the bodies were waterlogged.
Meaning they didn't burn completely.
The corpses still contained viable eggs, and the larvae washed downstream. And when the people downstream drank that water,
That marked the end for Bwala Yamasa.
I learned all of this at the mansion. I warned him of the risk of eggs getting out.
And?
We are prepared for any eventuality.
I get it. Putting the oil field back online. The oil leaks, saner. They plan to pollute the river, prevent the spread of infection.
But the oil flow was stopped, and downstream the people of Masa village started using the water again. The PF soldiers deployed at the village were locals, spoke Kikongo. They were infected, and the kids survived.
I've heard enough.
And who stopped the flow of oil?
Don't.
We did.
That confirms it. The source of the Kikongo strain infection was Masa village. And the children brought it here. It is no one's fault. There is no blame to be cast.
The parasites, they were tested in other regions?
Their physiology requires that they be tested under varied conditions. Another test site was in Afghanistan.
So it was the parasites there.
Both the Pashto and Tajik languages are spoken in the mountains of Afghanistan, and population density is low. Ideal testing grounds for how accurately the parasites target only the specified language. It is also relatively easy to prevent the spread of infection.
And the results?
The first test, I am told, was a success. Once the Pashtun Mujahideen were infected with the Pashto strain, they were all but wiped out.
The Hamid fighters at Smasei Fort.
It was doubly successful. No Tajik Mujahideen or Soviet soldiers became symptomatic.
So the parasites proved to be effective. What about the second test?
Also supposedly a success. The Pashtun village was the target. However, the original aim was to obtain samples of the infected. In this, they failed.
And the village?
The Soviets enacted a standard scorched earth operation.
Kept trying to find, kept planning to start the mission, and then I would find new stuff to do. So there was no need to stop the tape.
Thanks to Code Talker, we've managed to put a stop to any new vocal cord parasite infections. We couldn't save those already symptomatic, but everyone who survived has been released from the quarantine platform. Skullface will pay for this. Boss, Emmerich confessed. Skullface's endgame is to activate the bipedal walking tank Sahelanthropus and deploy it into live combat in Afghanistan. That's why he moved into the Soviet research facility they call OKB-0. If his plan comes to fruition, there'll be no stopping the ripple effect worldwide. Find a way to make contact with Skullface before that happens. Then learn what you can from him. and put a stop to his plan. We'll have our fun with him later. This is it, boss. Diamond Dogs is strong enough now to face him head to head. It won't be like 9 years ago. Make your way to OKB 0.
Cool. We'll do that here in a second. Want to stop back at Mother Base to shower. I find it impressive. All those losses, and we're actually still strong enough. Meaning we were stronger before the losses. Also meaning these losses have given us a nice chunk of rage. Rage is a hell of an anesthetic. I once heard a mercenary say. But hey, they'll learn.
Select the mission as soon as you're prepared. We're ready when you are.
All right. Good.
Roger.
There's no point you going anywhere, Pequot. Might as well get a little bit of change. Not to mention I've got to sell some stuff because woo, we are definitely in the red. Thank you for not dying. That was very important to me. Customary night knock. Cool. I've got one for you fellas later, don't worry. Gotta register them names.
Boss, you can't solve our current problem here. Select the mission.
Oh, well, nope, I'm actually not in the red. I guess those last couple of missions solved that problem. A couple of combat deployments solved that problem. So hey, that's what's up. OKB 0, here we come.
Please select a mission.
Oh yeah. Wait. What would I have to have switched out? It is so sad running around with this woo pistol still. Maybe it was grenades or something.
Please select a mission.
All right.
Deploying.
Let us let the darkness consume us all. I always did love this tune.
The research facility Emmerich was talking about is north of the Soviet base. That's where Skullface is keeping Sahelanthropus before setting it loose in Afghanistan. There's a good chance he's got nukes, too. Boss, we need to figure out what Skullface is up to. If you make contact with him, get him to talk. The ethnic cleansing parasites, Sahelanthropus. Find out what his plans are. are on the verge of fruition. We need to stop him while we still can. Skullface, commander of Cypher's Strike Force XOF. 9 years ago, he stole everything from us. Everything. Be careful down there, boss.
All right then. Let's move her out. What the? Huh? That was kind of weird.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point. Skullface, commander of Cypher's Strike Force XOF.
Wasn't sure if that was something else he
9
had to
years
say.
ago, he stole everything from us. Soviet soldiers in that area are all dead. Apparently XOF unleashed the Russian parasite strain.
Has been
To
updated.
isolate the facility, they first spread reports of a chemical weapon leak. The infection won't spread into the surrounding regions. Still, to think they just exterminate the men who work with them all this time. Skullface must be making his final play.
I always forgot about this little spot. Close up there. See what you see.
Has been updated.
Love that you can put her in attack positions where she won't actually attack until she's supposed to, or something goes wrong. What the? Well, that is some somber music. And it's 100% legit. Alright. Gotta slow it down, cause this mission can get real expensive.
Eli snuck into the cargo on board the chopper. His idea of an escape attempt? Who can say?
Marco play. Marco.
We'll think of how to deal with him later.
Marco play.
Snake, do you read me?
Gotcha.
I know more than anyone about OKB Zero and Sahelanthropus. Boss, I've made up my mind. I want to be of use to you, not him. Let me work to pay for what I've done. I'll prove it, that I've always been your ally.
Boss, I'll be focused on coordinating backup here at Mother Base. The chain of command is still in place. If you have orders, give them through Miller as usual.
Skullface is in OKB-0. Start by making contact with him. The facility itself is under the control of XOF, Cypher's Strike Force. We have no hard data on their force strength, so your judgment in the field will be key. Boss, we're finally here. Find Skullface and take everything from him.
Oh, there's no way in hell. Oh, wow. Now I kind of wish I would have unequipped my suppressor. Damn it. Because I could probably make, like, the distance. I think I can make that jump game-wise. But I don't think I'm actually supposed to be able to jump over there. Yeah, nah. This is dead ass like a bunch of like sheer drops as you go. Yeah, nah. Okay, and now we're playing this game. So I guess we're finding a way down, kids. And there's an invisible wall. Yep. I'll accept that as a death, but we all know it don't really count as environmental, and unnecessarily environmental at that. Irritating that they let that bird drop down there for a second. I thought it might have fell through the world. One hell of a mood killer for such a mission. Really? Hey, look, I said I like the tune. It ain't that serious.
The map has been updated.
Oh, hell. Well, alright.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Might have to leave the bird hunting until later.
The Soviet soldiers in that area are all dead. Apparently XOF unleashed the Russian parasite strain. To isolate the facility, they first spread reports of a chemical weapon leak. The infection won't spread into the surrounding regions. Still, I think they just exterminate the men who worked with them all this time. Skullface must be making his final play.
Statements like that have always been weird to me. Just because you work with somebody does not mean they have loyalty. Loyalty implies, or rather, the way Kaz spoke about it was like they were betrayed, but betrayal implies loyalty. They have their own agendas. The Soviets were useful. I don't see why it's so hard to figure this out. Do I like follow this? No, that 10 G's to a 40, really, game? I'm hoping that it's carrying the supplies over from a minute ago, and it's just, oh shit, 20 G's for that. Jesus Christ. I don't care if I'm sitting on enough money to make another planet.
His idea of an escape attempt? Who can say? We'll think of how to deal with him later. Snake, do you read me?
Marker
I
placed.
know more than anyone about OKB
One and done.
Sahelanthropus. Boss, I've made up my mind. I want to be of use to you, not
Asshole.
him. Let me work to pay for what I've done. I'll prove it, that I've always been your ally.
Boss, I'll be focused on coordinating backup here at Mother Base. The chain of command is still in place. If you have orders, give them through Miller as usual.
Skullface is in OKB-0. Start by making contact with him. The facility itself is under the control of XOF, Cypher's strike force. We have no hard data on their force strength, so your judgment in the field will be key. Boss, we're finally here. Find Skullface and take everything from him.
It could have been bad, boy. Is that? Nah, it's too big.
Extraction arrived at
What do
Mother
you
Base.
see, Quiet?
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis.
XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
Enemy presence detected. The map analysis complete.
So you were who I spotted through the wall.
Analysis complete.
Of course you were. If I drop you, your buddy knows about it.
Complete.
Don't need them problems just yet. Huh. feel like I'm missing something. Wasn't sure if I'd be able to go that way or not.
Analysis complete. Marker placed.
It sure is. Oh boy. Well.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use
Of course
the
it don't
iDroid.
stop. I don't need a
Even
tip.
move
Cut
around
it out.
while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Woo. Position just well enough to not be seen. Gotta love perspective sometimes. Pow, right in the kissing. Oh no, I just lost connection. That was weird. I guess they're doing server work or something. Here's hoping it's just Metal Gear and not the net. I don't think I hit your friend. Uh-oh, I did. Not good. Shut up.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
You have arrived at your destination.
Boy, that lack of peripheral. Yeah, no doubt. Let me holler at you real quick. Let me holler at you. That's what's up.
The map has been updated. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Development
Oh
complete.
shit, I was hoping that wasn't the case. I mean, he obviously had a helmet, but that don't mean that that was the kind of helmet that would cause him problems.
Development complete.
Damn it. That's fine. What is this shooting?
The map has been updated.
They're shooting in the distance.
You gonna extract him? He's coming too.
Chopper's getting close.
The map has been updated.
No, 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 no.
Stand down!
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Analysis complete.
Where are your friends?
The map has been updated. The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Supplies requested. Supply drop complete.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Who in the hell are you two?
Buddy has infiltrated out. The map has been updated.
It sure is. Now won't you radio back to command and let them know it was nothing too, huh? Did I get that walker gear out of here? It's actually gonna be a problem. Wow.
Don't do it. Why now? Don't shoot.
CP, this is Zone 4. Spotted a suspicious person. Checking it out. Over. This is CP. Understood. Keep your guard up. Out.
Whoa. All right. Here's hoping. Wow, and I got him. I actually got him. And still don't see him. Not happy. Not happy. Stop shooting.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us. He's coming too. Roger that.
Yeah, attack those fortifications. You can do it. That's obviously where I'm at. Yeah, yeah. You sure have. Hate that shit.
Understood. Make your check, but proceed with caution. Out.
Alright, let's be all over the place with our climbing, why don't we? I mean, I could have just did it this way, but I actually wanted to go through that area.
CP, this is Zulu 10. No sign of the enemy. Searching the area. Over. This is CP. Understood. They can't have gotten far. Stay alert. Out.
You know what? I will let you wake him up while I decide to... Oh wow, can't do it right now. They're too frightened. Fine then. All because they spotted that sleeping dude, probably.
Good work. 2 more gates to go. Still all quiet at the silo.
Not a base.
No sign of Skullface or his Goliath.
Surely they can't already have... No, never mind.
Project has been added.
What just got added? Killer B and CGM, cool. Definitely will make that
Specify a
CGM.
project.
CP, this is Zulu 10. We checked the area and found nothing. Calling off the search. Over. This is CP. Understood. Stay on the alert.
Please specify a project.
Alright. Good. No longer on alert. Ugh. Or shouldn't be. What the hell? I wonder, is it glitching or something?
Caution. Sandstorm approaching. Analysis.
Okay, so
complete.
no, they're still on a kind of alert.
Analysis complete.
No doubt about it. XOF. Cypher's covert strike force. Now they're taking orders from Skullface.
Marker placed.
If you ready your weapon while crawling,
Ugh.
you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster.
Analysis complete.
Oh, wow.
Analysis
Okay.
complete.
Sorry about that, folks. That's part of the problem, too.
This is Delta 3. I don't see my vehicle. What's going on? Over.
Your vehicle?
This is CP. No missing vehicles been reported. Someone must have needed it. Continue on foot. Out. What?
Huh. I've never come across that scenario.
The map has been updated.
80%. It's gonna have to do.
Analysis complete. Analysis.
Oh, shit. Sticks to as much shadow as you can. He's fine, quiet. Damn it.
Weather will clear shortly. map has been updated.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
You have arrived at your destination. Analysis complete.
Damn it. Ah! I was hoping to do that before he saw anything. Damn it, I hate bolt action weapons when it comes to this kind of thing. You know what?
He's coming too. Roger that.
Wonder if I can... Oh, that's funny. I can't. I'll go ahead and let you take me out. Go for it. I'm disappointed. You suck. I'm in your face. I feel like I should roll. Don't know why, but I feel like I should roll. Make it a little harder. Maybe they'd actually manage to kill me faster or something.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
Good.
Analysis complete. Analysis
What y'all got to talk
complete.
about? Oh, nothing. All right. All of them wearing heavy armor, but they always do. It has nothing to do with your combat ops. Just go to sleep and shut up. Are you serious? Shit. I knew where his head was relative to the situation, but it wasn't exact.
XOF has occupied the facility. Skullface must be close.
Weather will clear shortly. The map has been updated.
Not good.
He's coming too. Roger that.
The hell. Exactly. The hell.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
The map has been updated.
You gotta extract him.
Marker placed. Analysis complete.
Subject on board. Leave the rest to
Jesus
us.
Christ. I'll take the tank for 10,000, Alex. Now, this should be one of those 750. Should be one of those depot points around here, I think. Probably up further ahead.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Haha! Faster than you.
Hands up. Don't shoot. Spit it out. Where are your friends?
The map has been updated.
Look like somebody really wanted to shoot you in the face there, guy.
Supplies requested.
He's coming too.
Good thing I'm just such a courteous individual.
Analysis complete. And now supply drop complete.
Damn. Should have at least Fultoned him before I picked all it up.
Keep in mind that time doesn't stop while you use the iDroid. You can even move around while using it, but pay attention to your surroundings.
Remember, gotta stay beyond 30 meters.
You gotta extract him.
Analysis complete.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Staff assigned. Please select a mission.
Alright. Machine guns.
Unit dispatched.
Gas masks.
Unit dispatched.
Won't really matter. And shotguns,
Unit
sure.
dispatched.
Alright, you're through the second gate. Only one gate left. From here on in, you're in the enemy's headquarters. Something's wrong. But it has to be here.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
No doubt about it. XOF. Cypher's covert strike force. Now they're taking orders from Skullface.
Nice. Those guards told me some good info about where those
Analysis
surveillance
complete.
cameras were. As if I need more supplies from Quiet. Speed lock picking. As I said, folks, this one may be a little lengthy, so just a heads up, you might want popcorn.
If you ready your weapon while crawling, you can move horizontally left or right. If you do that holding the dash button, you'll move faster. Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
Okay, I keep expecting you to tell me something useful, cuz.
You know where you're headed, boss?
And y'all
Place
just
a
keep
marker on
disappointing
the
me.
map, you can keep track of where you want to go, even when the map's closed.
Gotta make sure I ain't finna run under a surveillance camera.
Has been updated.
Make contact with Skullface. Head for the silo at the facility's northernmost point.
That's the power of speed. Yeah, do that stanky leg. What happened? No idea. What'd you do? Yeah, that's why y'all need to start smoking that stuff. As much as I want to pick his brain, I kind of need him out of it. Well,
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Don't do it now.
The map has been updated.
oh. Interesting.
The principle of infiltration is hiding your entire presence. That includes not making any unnecessary noise. When you want to move quietly, walk slowly or crawl.
What just happened? Support leveled up. Excuse me. Be interesting if I could pull this off. Uh-oh. See, this dude's a problem because he's slightly angled with his peripheral to his right, which is how he was able to see me like that. To his back right, rather. Want these supplies, but you know, attention and all of that, you know, that old chestnut. This particular mission craves to be done quietly. Ignore the first little bit and all of that blood I'm covering. Silence is golden. I'm just a box set right next to a building normally. There's nothing going on here. Hold on. Might sound a little goofy. Excuse me, but I actually don't want it to go down like this.
Sun
Ugh,
will rise
you're gonna make me
momentarily.
do this.
Please select a drop point. Supplies requested.
Oh shit.
Supply drop complete.
I'll actually let it just smack into me. Take my box out. Huh. Interesting. Oh. Why are you noticing things? You don't need to be doing that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. This ain't really the suit I want to be wearing. But I'll suck it up. Excuse me.
His ride has arrived. Don't let Skullface get away. Stop him at the heliport.
The map has been updated.
Boss, can you see the heliport? Skullface is right there. Make contact with him and make him talk. We have to stop him before his plan is set in motion. Sahelanthropus is somewhere inside there. First of all, make contact with Skullface. Don't kill him yet. We need him to talk first.
One second. There's something that I remember. Ah, found you. Heavens divide. Heavens to Betsy.
Clouds approaching.
You too have known loss, and that loss torments you still. You hope hatred might someday replace the pain. But it never goes away. It makes a man hideous, inside and out. Wouldn't you agree? We both are demons. Our humanity won't return. You, me, we've no place to run, nowhere to hide. And that is why I'll show you my demon.
So you're telling me you're the sharing type, huh, Chuckles?
Follow me, big boss.
Cackle de cackle cackle. I don't follow. I lead people to their death.
Just go along with him for now. We're ready to fight if it comes to that. That's our leverage against him, our deterrent. He doesn't want a war on his hands.
He knows enough to know at this point we can give him one.
Whatever the Navajo told you, it's just one possible solution derived by Cypher. My will is different.
They keep
I've known
making
you
me
since
stop,
your time
which is
at
why
Weinberg.
I,
I've long been the other side of your coin. 1964, Soviet territory. Fox's first mission. Any mess you made, I was there to clean up. You completed your task, and admirably. The information you returned was far more than enough to fill our pockets. With it, our futures became, more or less, set in stone.
more or less. 'Tis most definitely true. Especially if what you say is real and I did have another side to my
Then
coin.
the Major came to me with an idea. Washington doesn't know how to spend money, he said. I'd like to redirect it. His goal was an organization dedicated solely, covertly, to supporting America. Cypher. You know the rest. To him, it was mourning the loss of his friend. Or rather, an act of revenge on the world, but America most of all.
America.
America is a country of liberty, a meeting of immigrants. Instead of simply assimilating, its citizens live alongside others. Their roots are very diverse. America's never been made up of just one group. But he tried to forge a single consciousness for it and from it. The idea that every citizen would use free will to unite behind their country. Unilateralism like that can't be entrusted to any one individual. So the Major sought a system that used information, words, to control the subconscious.
Where was this level of mobilization earlier? And here we go. And here's the interesting part. I still have access to the whole droid, and it matters for one reason. Remember where we're at on the map, kids. North, northeast, if you really want to get technical. So, how was our first date?
And the entire world. The Major thought this was his friend's room, but I think he never understood what she wanted. Before he ever walked or cried, even before he was born, his mother tongue was English. He doesn't know the pain of losing his own language. Not yet. He cannot understand her will. I do.
Ominous.
I was born in a small village. I was still a child when we were raided by soldiers. Foreign soldiers. Torn from my elders, I was made to speak their language. With each new post, my masters changed, along with the words they made me speak. Words are peculiar. With each change, I changed too. My thoughts, personality, how I saw right and wrong. War changed me, and not only my visage. Words can kill. I was invaded by words, burrowing and breeding inside me. A philosopher once said, "It is no nation we inhabit, but a language." Make no mistake, our native tongue is our true fatherland. My fatherland. My truth was stolen from me. And so was my past. All that's left is the future. And mine is revenge. On those who leech off the words of their fellow man. This is what I learned from the Major. And then it hit me. It was he who should feel my wrath. He and the code he chose as basis for control. Language codes, information codes, beamed all around us, genetic codes spanning history. By controlling the codes, Cypher Zero intends to unify the world. Codes implanted into our heads, sucking our minds dry as it spreads from one host to the next. A parasite upon this earth, that is what Zero is. As one born into this world, he's afflicted. I hold him responsible for killing my freedom. Killing all traces of my past. Killing any promise of a future. We are all but dead men forced to walk upon this earth. A world reduced to zero. Cypher plans to use its codes to control the world. They think they can. And the mother tongue of all those codes is English. The word became flesh. The final parasite. It knows English. An English strain of the vocal parasite. I will exterminate the English language. With this, I'll rid the world of infestation. All men will breathe free again, reclaim their past, present, and future. This is no ethnic cleanser. It is a liberator. To free the world from Zero. Let the world lead. Sans lingua franca, the world will be torn asunder. And then it shall be free. People will suffer, of course. A phantom pain. The world will need a new common tongue. A language of nukes. My metal gears shall be the thread by which all countries are bound together. In equality. No words will be needed. Every man will be forced to recognize his neighbor. People will swallow their pain. They will link lost hands. The world will become one. This war is peace. and the world witnesses Sahelanthropus. The hands of the doomsday clock will roll on, regardless of Zero. Sahelanthropus will take the first giant step into a brave new world. It is the bell with which a world trodden upon by words declares its independence.
Like I said, folks, get comfortable. And yes, that time was not stopped or paused. We did take that whole trip.
We are here.
Which I actually find that pretty cool. But to be clear, where we are now is, and it's not a spoiler, it's where we were. This was the area, the power plant.
Remember the Alamo.
Okay. It is always wise to remember that Alamo, though. Real talk.
Roger that.
Do they even know about y'all? How do they not know about y'all?
We're not the only demons in this world.
Really?
Like you, vengeance is all he has. It's man's thirst for revenge that drives the times. Just as you live because of me, he lives because of you. Show him!
Now this cutscene is interesting. I'll explain why momentarily. I just remembered something.
Wait! Who is doing this?
Smartest man on the planet.
Such a lust for revenge? Who?
That's what had me laughing.
Fall back! Fall back!
Y'all are the dumb ones. And overachievers. And that's what happens. Yep. To be continued. But don't worry, we'll be continuing this right now. But that's what was so funny to me. For years, people have made it a point to make a joke about that whole instance. Such a lust for revenge. Ooh. Well, damn. All right. I guess a lot happened there. Yeah, I'm not surprised it was a D. I let it be a D. I chose to be stupid early on. What I should have did was just basically move through the place and just didn't worry about people. Take out whoever I actually needed to instead of playing the recruitment game. That's usually what gets me caught, is trying to get to everyone. Excuse me. Gonna have to change a couple of things, but not much.
Mission list updated.
We'll be going right back out to this.
Please select a mission.
Sahelanthropus is on the move. The instruments on the support chopper are all malfunctioning. And Eli's acting strangely for some reason. Something's not right. Boss, for now, just get away from that thing. Hurry!
Staff assigned.
Alright.
Development project has been added.
Here we go.
Please select a mission.
Snipers. Really?
Unit
Interesting.
dispatched.
Didn't expect that.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Make a little bit of money on the side there. Huh. Metallic Archaea. Definitely need to listen to the to those. But
Please
that's
select
gonna
a
have to
mission.
come next. Now, probably be a good idea to switch this outfit over to the battle dress. If for nothing else, then to get extra defenses. It looks horrible. I mean, extremely efficient, but it looks horrible. You folks been on the channel long enough, y'all know I don't really get into excess bulky crap. Don't know if she'll be of use, but if she's gonna be of use, at least she'll be of use quietly. Seek GM25. That weapon is nasty. I won't really need the supply drop like that. I doubt I'll be using them, but hey, I've got the cage.
Deploying.
Oh, actually should have just let that go. I wasn't really worried about the time frame. As a matter of fact, it would probably help if it was broad daylight. Yeah, actually, let me see about altering that. It being at night is going to be of no use to me. Spoilers. Now, this didn't just take me back to the same spot, right? Oh no, of course it did. I'm tripping. Yeah, all I did was re-loop myself. I gotta go back to the ACC if I actually want that to matter. Damn. Not used to restarting like this, so it's all a bit foreign to me. Was that you finna say something, Kaz? Ugh.
Please select
I look like a
mission.
turtle without its head.
Deploying.
You know, it's interesting. Since I altered time, but then quit, Did the game keep the time I altered it to? I hope not. It would have made all of this pointless. But if it did, it is what it is. I'll still kill Sahelanthropus. Excuse me, Sahelanthropus. So, kid, how you doing? You look like emotions wrapped in a knot looking for a cheeseburger.
Strange PRF. What's wrong? Control lost. Can't maintain RPM. We're settling.
Have you ever had a cheeseburger, son? Phenomenal things. Phenomenal. Life-changing. You haven't lived. And I know this fantastic little spot in the map. Throw it off the plane. Throw it off the plane now.
Recovered control. Ascending. Hey, Snake. There's something wrong with Eli.
Now, to get back to my earlier mention, this cutscene looking odd or seeming odd to me, and the reason why, if you notice, this cutscene compared to the last one, it actually has a little bit more detail to everything. It's not a great deal, but it is noticeable. Almost like he threw a nice chunk of the budget into this one's cutscene. Tasty.
Who is doing this? Such a lust for revenge? Who?
Stupid. Like, honestly, the first dude who ran was the smartest one in the whole Metal Gear universe. You know, they say if you don't move, it'll lose sight of you. Oh, really? Yeah, why not? How about we stop, have a smoke, you know, tell Kaz to land the chopper. Set up a barbecue pit. Let's get it going. Hold off on the ribs, Kaz.
PRF anomaly. Quick is outbound. Deploying the AO for now.
You know what I'm saying? You better go. The fact that it ain't shot you down is honestly impressive. Really? Really? Move in with what? Yeah, blow up that truck. It might help you some. Tripping from in the tank, that's from a distance. nothing like a set of miniguns. By the power of Grayskull. Got to be more careful. And there ended the story of Venom Snake.
Cypher will rewrite the records, and I will vanish from human memory. But the thirst for revenge that I have planted will infest the system. No one can stop it now. Sahelanthropus will unleash that thirst unto the future. Major, I'm burning up!
Boss, get out of there!
I guess he's burning up, Major. Now let's see if I can quietly turn this key and quietly start this engine and quietly drive off while my horn quietly beeps. I said quietly. You weren't supposed to hear anything.
Skullface will have won. His plans will become reality. He won't even need to use nukes. That thing's mere existence would be enough to enslave humanity to the fear of nuclear Armageddon. It would tear the world apart.
Oh well. I've come back from the future to save your son.
It's after you.
Oh.
You need to
This
stop
is the
it,
wrong
boss.
universe, huh?
Destroy Sahelanthropus.
John Connor, Sarah, you folks are on your own.
Destroy that thing. I'll rally diamond dogs and provide backup.
Needless to say, it's easy to understand why I like my CGM. Open fire, open fire. That's why I wasn't gonna need my flare grenades. supply drop. Where? No, you didn't. Pow, right in the nuts.
Hide behind something tall. Don't forget he's looking down on you from above.
Support.
Coming after ours. Take it out.
Be quiet, don't go down. There's a reason I gave you that armor, buddy. Thing is, Pequod's probably still going. Oh, shit. I lost track of him. I legit forgot he had that gun. This was real life, he would have pierced through all these rocks now.
Do it, Snake.
Shit. Such a lovely couple. He's sitting up there with that kid rage. It can be limitless. Now y'all see why I love my 6 launcher. What's funny is, I've never actually used it during this fight. It's too bad too, because I should have ran around. The reason why is there's armor around. There's tanks, there's strikers. I should have ran around and used some of those. Now, when that big metallic archaea rust dust came up, where everything was dark and I had to go into my night vision, that would have shut it all down. But, you know, still, I should have used the vehicle.
Snake!
You got this man on his knees ready to see this shit. And I can't blame it.
Let's see Skullface.
Or can you imagine something happening out in the middle of the desert and somehow, some way the world learns about it when nobody else was here and the only witnesses that are here are either dead or on your side? Or supposed to be, rather. Lock down the area, gentlemen. We've got something we need to tend to. So, how's the wife? It looked like she might be a little disappointed now.
There were 3. Where's the other?
Very close to you.
So what you're telling me is I should crack open your skull and see what you're thinking. Where's the second pop? You ain't even listening for it. Yep. Bye now.
Finish me.
Wonder if he saw him. Close to death as he is, he probably did. That thing is cherry. Truly. Now, like a moment before, and like a moment almost 15 years, actually almost 12 years ago. No, actually that would be almost 20 years ago now. I was in a place like this. Difference is this time, I'm not pulling the trigger. Because we've got a few lessons to convey. A bit of understanding to pass on.
Do it yourself.
Well, it makes me wonder how Miller would act if he did get his arm and leg back.
Mission complete, boss.
And there it is, cuz. Let's go.
Kill me. Kill me. I did it! Revenge!
So needless to say, Kaz was a little angry.
Extraction
naturally.
arrived at Mother Base.
I mean, why he seemed to be so heated? And
Development
it doesn't make
project
any
has
sense to
been
me,
added.
but, whatever. And no, they didn't just finally give me access to the tranquilizing Burkov. Of course they did. That's where it's going to get good, is that tranquilizing Burkov. Now I don't need to reload my pistol after every shot. Now I fire it like a standard pistol and it tranks. 2 for 1 special. And it's all for me. Boy, this lack of blood ending up on y'all's clothes is impressive.
Anyone
I'm just
can give up
caked
his
in it.
fight by laying down arms. But the feeling of holding a gun, that we'll never forget. Like our lost limbs. The sensation lingers.
I should have wore the other outfit.
Here she comes! Here she comes!
As I said, you wonder how a whole bunch of people in a random desert end up being found out. But then you see things like this, and it's like, well, yeah, I don't think it would have been too hard. All of y'all are crazy. We scattering. We finna see what this thing is and ain't finna be doing. Yeah, I took it down, but it's standing, so. And I didn't tell it to do that, so. Yeah.
We hold our rifles in missing hands. We stand tall on missing legs. We stride forward on the bones of our fallen. Then, and only then, are we alive. This pain is ours, and no one else's. The secret weapon we wield, out of sight. We will be stronger than ever, for our peace. Sahelanthropus will unleash that thirst onto the future. Those were his last words.
Cause.
Pretentious to the end. Still. Doesn't feel like this is over.
It's because
I'll
it's
never
not
be whole again.
It'll never be over. There are an estimated 7,100 languages spoken in the world, but only 6 are designated as official languages of the United Nations. And anything else I would have loved to have read has instantly faded off my screen, so it was pointless. Oh, okay. Now this little instance was done. It's just gonna hit us with the credits and then move us forward. Whole bunch of tapes, that works out. Raging Sword Nuclear. Nuke. Raven Sword. Oh, that's from Metal Gear Solid 4, if memory serves. That was one of the PMC groups, Raven Sword. Nuclear weapons can now be developed or disposed of. View the iDroid's resource menu for details. Nuclear weapon disposal trial is now available. View trial records in the pause menu for details. Legendary soldiers. Gray chameleon. Oh, a volunteer. Biting tree frog. Blazing mastodon. Frantic squirrel. Frantic squirrel. Oh, Jesus.
I won't scatter your sorrow to the heartless sea. I won't see you end as ashes. You're all diamonds.
This man acted as accomplice to the attack on Mother Base.
Why are you here? Revenge against the boss?
I'm not like you!
I think it is time you knew.
I'll go alone.
Boss, what are you...
We can't afford to lose anyone else.
What if she's a spy?
What if I'm a spy? Or you?
Kill him! What should we do, boss? Just give the order.
You are right. He is not one of us.
Boss.
Snake?
Irritatingly, there is so much he did not get to do with this game. So very much. But boy, you really look at it, and Sahelanthropus is
Attention!
like devastation.
Diamond Dogs! Even with Skullface dead, our brothers are unavenged. And the phantom pain he brought us lives on. Cypher is still out there. We know they've planted spies, parasites among us. Watch the man to your left, to your right. Assume nothing. Report everything. It's the only way to protect ourselves. From here on out, you will be my eyes. The deadliest enemy's right here in our midst. And they will get no mercy.
Gotta love that. Y'all been getting trained and your ass is kicked by a blind man. But as I was saying, oh well, hold on.
Even with Skullface dead, our pain is still right with us. We need more strength. We need more men. Diamond Dogs needs to be bigger. Missions have come in too. We still have a long road ahead of us.
Let me see now. I want to see if I can find where that thing is. Because I think I know, but I want to be sure though.
Roger.
But yeah, that was the battle between Diamond Dogs and Skullface. Always an interesting smash.
Please select a landing zone.
Yeah, let's just go here. Might as well knock a tape back while we're going.
Sun will set shortly.
Oh yeah, never did finish this tape.
Parasites, they were tested in other regions?
Their physiology requires that they be tested under varied conditions. Another test site was in Afghanistan.
So it was the parasites there.
Both the Pashto and Tajik languages are spoken in the mountains of Afghanistan, and population density is low. Ideal testing grounds for how accurately the parasites target only the specified language.
Please select a
It
mission.
is also relatively easy to prevent the spread of infection.
And the results?
The first test, I am told, was a success.
Dispatched.
Once the Pashtun Mujahideen were infected with the Pashto strain, they were all but wiped out.
The Hamid fighters, this must say Fort.
Specify
It was
project.
doubly successful. No Tajik Mujahideen or Soviet soldiers became symptomatic.
So the parasites proved to be effective. What about the second test?
Also supposedly a success.
Specify project.
The Pashtun village was the target. However, the original aim was to obtain samples of the infected. In this, they failed.
And the village?
The Soviets enacted a standard scorched earth operation.
That must have been the village where Malak lived, before being held captive at La Marjate Palace.
Having had more time to think on it, the details shared with me may have been false. They are madmen who would do anything to cover up the truth.
They certainly seem to like tossing their problems in the fire.
As a boy, Skullface's life went up in flames. Perhaps that is what fuels his fixation with fire.
Your Wolbachia stopped the infection all right, but I still don't get it. How can a few bacteria change males to females? I know they're only bugs, but
It is not such a rare thing in the natural world. Many insects and nematodes are infected with Wolbachia.
but why?
They nest in the cell cytoplasm of the host, even in the egg cells, with the result that the offspring are born infected.
Mother-to-child transmission.
However, Wolbachia cannot nest in sperm because they do not have cytoplasm. So even a successful infection of a male ends after a single generation. This means the Wolbachia must resort to maximizing the population of infected females.
Sounds like an ethnic cleansing campaign on a tiny scale.
Gender change from male to female is their survival tactic.
So more females means more Wolbachia carriers, so it can keep thriving in the following generations.
But the parasites in a human host are supposed to be a mating pair. If there's no male, there'll be no offspring at all.
Assigned.
It's killing itself.
Slow down.
Please select a mission.
This tactic is intended for environments where a single male can copulate with multiple females. Originally, the Wolbachia did not infect the vocal cord parasites. I created a mutated strain, modifying the Wolbachia so that it could infect monogamous pairs. The Wolbachia's greatest multiplying tactic, the male-to-female change, worked against itself in the monogamous parasites. Just as you said. Then, I performed repeated selection of Wolbachia strains until I achieved 100% certainty of male-to-female
Roger.
conversion.
Creating female-female pairs, unable to reproduce.
And you say the Walbakia affects the host of the host, that is, us, cutting off our means to reproduce?
It is almost certain. Of course, we will not turn female. After all, mammals possess no natural gender-changing function.
Precisely.
Wolbachia strains can cause cytoplasmic incompatibility in the host.
Is that some cell deformity?
Put simply, it means the altered sperm of infected males kill the female's egg on contact.
And that's happened to us?
Yes. And yet, what occurs in humans is not just simple CI. To date, there are no cases of Wolbachia affecting humans. The fact that this strain causes this effect, is it the vocal cord parasite's affinity with humans? I do not know enough to say for sure.
So the parasite warps the host. Reminds me of what Skullface said.
It is the way of all organisms to create their own optimal environment. Just look at you and this base. Organisms that cannot do this are doomed to extinction. The difference with parasites is that their environment is another organism. That creates a connection between life and life. Parasitism, symbiosis, or death. In this way, the host too is challenged to adapt.
Interesting. Well, like he himself said, we won't be swapping since there's no natural method of doing such a thing. Still, it definitely freaks you out though. Especially when you consider the fact that quite a few things in nature are actually capable of doing that except mammals.
About this OKB-0 Emmerich was talking about. Its location and features match the citadel in the mountains northeast of the Soviet base camp. Built during the time of Alexander the Great, it was left in ruins following one of Genghis Khan's campaigns. Its occupants changed time and again due to war, and it was expanded on more than one occasion. Ultimately, it fell into the hands of the Soviet philosophers. The Soviet army was using it as the headquarters of its Afghan invasion force. But it would seem that Skullface's connections with the philosophers gave him license to develop Sahelanthropus there. And that's what Emmerich was doing at the place, before he got the axe. But OKB is a designation the Soviets use for weapon design bureaus. There's no way they'd have one of those in Afghanistan. And in principle, the numbers that follow OKB are always integers above 1. There is no 0. Perhaps this was a secret facility of the Soviet and Chinese philosophers dating back prior to World War II. Though it's more likely Skullface just picked a fake name that more or less fit the Soviets' pattern. He doesn't go there often, but he sure as hell won't miss this. They use the heliport on top of the tower for his visits. Start by heading for the heliport. Then wait for your chance to make contact with Skullface.
It seems Sahelanthropus's armor is made from depleted uranium. That offers some serious protection. The U.S. military is planning on using it for its main battle tanks, too. Maybe that's where Emmerich got the technology.
Uranium? They're using nuclear fuel for armor now?
No. What they use for nuclear fuel is uranium-235, which is extracted from natural uranium. Depleted uranium is a byproduct of that process. Sort of like the leftovers, I guess. The garbage. Uranium-235 makes up 0.72% of natural uranium, whereas depleted uranium contains only 0.2%.
What are the benefits of using it for armor?
It's a pretty short list. Uranium's a heavy metal, like lead, meaning it can hold a greater amount of kinetic energy. But it also boasts a hardness closer to tungsten. That makes it an ideal material to use for, say, armor-piercing ammunition penetrators. But it's not the best choice for armor. Its volume is less than that of ceramics, but for an equal weight, you could end up with less protection.
So why use it then?
According to Emmerich, it came down to him being unable to source ceramics technology from a manufacturer. Plus, given that it's an upright walking vehicle, he wanted to reduce the bulk of certain areas. Despite all that, depleted uranium still makes for some tough armor. And Emmerich says it's been proven in live fire tests. It stops most Soviet tank shells.
No doubt. No doubt it stops most Soviet tank shells, especially when you consider the fact of us watching that fight. And I'm assuming that was a Soviet tank, so I'm assuming they were using Soviet shells. Is there anything else in here? Nope. But this is more what I was meaning. Like, look at this thing. Even captured, it looks like nothing but death. Walking, or standing, rather. You really want to be technical. Like, look at that. There ain't a Metal Gear out there other than Ray that was close to its size. Like, that is death. I love it. And there's no way something like this would be stay hidden for long. No way.
We're having Code Talker continue his parasite research. He's clearly very grateful to you. I'm sure he'll return the favor somehow.
Roger.
Well, folks, that's gonna be the end of a long episode of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, episode 23. You folks like what you see and want to see more of me, give me a like, follow, subscribe here on YouTube or both. Drop a comment, check out some of my other playlists.
Have arrived at LZ. Will stand by.
Check out the link to my YouTube from Twitch. Check out the link to my Twitch from YouTube, and wherever you folks happen to be, have yourselves a good morning, afternoon, evening, or night. And God bless you.
Specialized equipment for them, they'll be able to help you out in even more situations.
Not a base.
Catch you next time, folks.